Alright, so in today's Therapy Thursday, I'm going to be talking about the rotator cuff. So this video, I'm going to show you 4 exercises that is going to help you whether you're either having shoulder pain in the rotator cuff, you're looking to recover from injury, or you just want to get it stronger so you can avoid injuries in the future. I'm going to show you and cover those exercises today and some of the pitfalls people come across when they're trying to strengthen the rotator cuff and help their shoulder heal. So I'm Cade, I'm the owner of Cade, where we've been empowering people to move beyond their limitations as a complete human. So first thing with the rotator cuff, a lot of times we get very myopic and focus on we're having rotator cuff issues and we look right at that spot. And the challenge with that is it may not be a rotator cuff at all. It may be getting injured, may be hurt because it doesn't have the range of motion and movement that it should. So for example, if a lot of us are texting all day now and we're sitting at desks, and so our shoulders come forward and our back rounds. Now, if you want to show like the extreme example, go ahead and like round your chest, let your shoulders pinch, and keep that chest rounded, but try to pull your shoulders back. It's impossible to pinch your shoulder blades back without changing your upper back position. So a lot of times the rotator cuff is trying to help out because the shoulders aren't moving. So you could spend all day working on the rotator cuff and not actually making the changes because you didn't change the upper back. So there's a couple things in posture. One would be that kyphotic rounded back position. It could be also the hips. I've seen a lot of people where their hips arch like this and their bodies kind of lean forward. So this position here, the shoulders actually aren't stable because the spine is arching so much that there's nothing for the shoulders to sit on and have that sturdy base. So once again, you could spend all day working on that shoulder or that rotator cuff, but you'd be better off fixing the spine position, the back position, and the hips, allowing the body to come back to balance, and then the shoulders will adjust themselves. So sometimes the rotator cuff is the victim or the symptom, not the actual cause. The other one is also rotation. A lot of us, as we sit, turn different ways, we start to look a little rotated. So just for example, if you're rotated, one shoulder to reach back is going to have to work harder than the other. So fighting that rotation could be another thing affecting your rotator cuff. So that being said, if you're doing these exercises, you could strengthen the muscles, you can get great results. If you are, awesome. But if you're not getting the results you want, focus on your posture, figure out what key pieces aren't working or in the right position. And if you're not able to do that yourself, you can always reach out to us. We'd be happy to look at your posture, show you what's going on, and where some of your pain may be coming from. Just to be clear, we don't treat pain, we focus on posture, but the amazing thing is the posture comes back into alignment, the body is going to heal itself. So that being said, we're going to dive in and I'm going to show you the 4 exercises that's going to hit the rotator cuff from each position. So the first one is going to be toes nice and straight. Now, for a lot of you, it's going to feel pigeon-toed. We're looking at the second toe that's straight. So the big toe is going to actually point in a little bit. Keeping the stomach relaxed, shoulders gently tilted back. So you're going to just slightly tilt the shoulders back. And then in that position, we're going to do what's called golfer's grip. Pads of the hands on the tips of the fingers, extended like this. And elbows nice and straight, pinkies up, thumbs down. And you can do sets of 20 up to sets of 40. You might be surprised at how much this burns just doing a couple sets of these. So you won't need much weight for this, just work the range of motion. All right, so that's number 1 of the rotator cuff sequence. All right, so for the next exercises, I'm coming down to the floor. All 3 of them are on the floor for the last 3 sets of this rotator cuff sequence. That being said, I said earlier you can do sets of 20 or 40. Typically, for these exercises, you're doing sets of 10, working at sets of 2 sets of 10, building up to 4 sets of 10, okay? So 20 to 40 total repetitions for each exercise is what we're going for. All right, so the first one, we don't need any weight. If you need more weight, you can challenge your body in different ways. That exercise, just do 40. For most people, it's gonna burn a good bit. After that, the next set, you can either do just your arm working the range of motion. For some, if you're really stiff and tight, that may actually be enough challenge to already make some changes in mobility and strength without using weight. But you can, I have a 1 pound weight here. You can do 1 pound, work up to 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pound. The rotator cuff, which is made up of the sits muscles, which is supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, and subscapularis. They're very small muscles, so they're not designed to do a lot of weight. They're really just to support that rotation of that shoulder. So I'm going to dive in and show you these exercises. First exercise, it's very similar to band external rotations. The challenge is if you're using a band, a lot of times it's flexible, so one arm may turn more. Sometimes we rotate as we do it. So there's a lot of ways to cheat. So this version is going to take out the body's ability to compensate. There's always ways to cheat and compensate, but this is going to help minimize it better than I think the banded external rotation. So you're going to be on your side, bent at 90 degrees, knees 90 degrees, hand under. You're going to put your elbow right on your side, and you're going to reach up and back down. Use the range you've got, and over time that range of motion is going to improve. So if you only got here, work that initially. As you go and get up to 20, 40 repetitions, the range of motion is going to improve. Then go to the other side, same thing. Working that range of motion, supported, elbow locked in place, and just rotating nice and tall. We always want to do both sides of those exercises. Some of us have one side stronger than the other. That should not be the case. Our body, because it has a left and a right side, they should be equal. So through practice and repetition in sports, we've created a dominant side. We want to work that out. So even if one side has pain and the other doesn't, do both sides of these exercises. All right, so next version, that was for external rotation. The next one is going to be elbow close, working out and bringing that arm in. It's going to be more internal rotation of that arm, bringing it closer to the body versus external is pushing away. So you would do, once again, those sets of 20 total repetitions or building up to 40. And you want to do both sides. A couple key things. People will kind of come up or they'll go down. You want your arm to go straight out to the side, right at 90 degrees, working that range. Make sure you do both sides there. That is the third exercise in the rotator cuff sequence. And then the final one is arms straight out to the side, palm up on the other side. Bring the arm back to the floor. Not everyone will. Some will just come back here and then go back up to center. So back and then right up. This is going to work internal rotation, pulling that arm down. All right, so once again, 20 to 40 total repetitions and switch to the other side. All right. So those are pretty simple exercises that you can do to strengthen the rotator cuff. There's 4 exercises going out, the one on your side, rotating out like this, on your back, rotating in, and then rotating back and then back in. So like I said, if you don't have the range of motion, just doing these exercises, your range of motion should improve. If you're not seeing progress with this and you're still having pain in your rotator cuff or challenges, it's probably not your rotator cuff, as I said before. But if not, and you're just trying to strengthen it, this is a great way to challenge those muscles, get them stronger before you ever have any challenges. If you're having concerns about your own posture and would like to learn how we can help you get out of pain, go to cadefit.com/posture. We'd be happy to support you, show you what's going on specifically with your body that can allow it to heal. The other thing is, for Therapy Thursday, if you'd like us to work with you specifically for free, just let us know. As long as we can record the session, we'll show you a couple exercises that can help your body feel better immediately, as long as we can use it to help others learn about this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment below if you'd like to join the Therapy Thursday, or if there's just something that you took away from this video. All right, I'll talk to you guys next.